Hey everybody, it's your pal CaliAir from pickingadaisy.com. Today I have for you the gun that started my obsession with Daisy BB guns. Now, a little over a year ago, for the first time ever, I bought a new Daisy No.25. Now, the new models are made in China, but the build, the fit, and the finish on the gun is pretty good, and regardless of the plastic trigger and lever, the new 25 is an excellent backyard plinker. I couldn't believe how quiet and accurate the gun was for a dang BB gun, right? Previously, I've always scoffed at BB guns and thought of them more as children's toys. Now, I bought the gun on the whim only to discover that the thing is an excellent shooter. Now, over the years, I've invested in many types of firearms, brake barrel, gas pistons, PCPs, spring pistons, airsoft, and multi-pump pneumatics. And don't get me wrong, I have fun using all of those various shooting platforms. But the Daisy BB gun offered so many things that none of the others did. Most importantly, capacity. No other shooting platform gives you 50 and some guns 1,000 shots, one after another. Now, if you're a shooter, you know the most of your time is spent loading the gun. And the less time you spend loading, the more time you have for a thing called trigger time. So I couldn't believe that this gun existed since 1914, and I was only now getting hip to it. Now, I started wondering if it was possible to find an earlier, original version of the gun, and well, sure enough, they were available on the internet. So I purchased a 1936 variant for, this was what was considered the most desirable of the number 25s. Now, I'm also a big World War I buff, and it turns out that the history of Daisy and the Great War are profoundly intertwined. World War I broke out in 1914, which is the very year that Daisy began manufacturing the Fred Lefevre designed number 25. This is what led me to seeking out a first variant number 25. Now, currently, I still have not been able to get my hands on a first variant. Between 1914 and 1979, there have been about 54 variants of this gun produced, right? So what we have here is what some call a third variant. Other sources place this as a sixth variant. This gun was bought at a premium from Dennis Baker over at Daisy King as a 1917. Now, this variant has the short throw and the non-adjustable front sight. The variant we are looking at was produced between 1917 to 1926. And by 1927, the easier to cock long throw lever was introduced. Now, for the exception of the non-adjustable front sight and the finish on the barrel, this is pretty much what a 1914 first variant would look like. It has the barrel claw, the 5 groove pump handle, smaller rear sight, straight trigger, squared off rear trigger guard, large takedown screw, a reinforcement rib, and a straight stock. Now, what distinguishes the first variant from all the others is its black nickel finish. The first variant was never sold in bright nickel. So, of course, the flagship number 25 was the sixth, sometimes referred to as the seventh variant, that included fancy etching on the upper and lower receiver. I'll be showing you those variants in a future episode. This particular gun came to me in weak shooting condition and could definitely benefit from a good seal job. The finish on this rifle is very good, with very little rust. It does shoot fine at close range and it's very quiet. The shot tube is functional, but it's challenging to lock back the spring while loading the BBs, and this was a common issue with the earlier shot tubes. I'm looking forward to reviving the seals on this gun to see how well it can shoot. For a gun over 100 years old, it's still in incredible condition. Thanks for stopping by, and to see more, click on over to pickingadaisy.com and join Picking a Daisy on Facebook and Instagram. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe, like, and share with a friend. Hey, do you have a daisy? If so, tell me what you picked in the comments. In fact, if you'd like to be eligible for free stuff like stickers and maybe even a brand new Daisy No.25, leave a comment with the hashtag #PickingADaisy, and winners will be notified in up-and-coming episodes of the Picking a Daisy show. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, keep shooting.